Hey guys, okay, just want to let you know, I think the ending of the Priestess problem happened, and I'm gonna explain it to you. So, yesterday, this is how it happened. Yesterday, I had a dream. Well, first, let me tell you this. I had a big argument with the Priestess. I went to lay down, go to sleep. She was right in my throat, really bad, big time. Mentally, in my fucking head. This is right after I got the thing pulled out of my neck that went to my stomach. I went fucking crazy on her, saying leave. I was in the manger. Grace recorded it all, and that's the way it is. Priestess said a lot of stuff. I don't know what it was. When she's talking in my head, it's you don't really understand what she's saying. You try to, you get a couple words, and it's loud and clear, but it's still muffled. So it's hard to track. And there's different places she talks inside your head, in your throat. But it's anyway. That night I had a dream, and here's the dream, and it's important in some aspect. And I'm recording this of my experiences to help you guys out, just to let you know, don't talk to the dead. It'll be your undoing. Anyway, here's the dream. I am at my grandma's house here in Chatham. That's home to me, in I guess my psyche. Grandma's house is home, and so I'm at Grandma's house, not my real house in Chatham, but Grandma's house in Chatham, and all us kids are playing. So I was with a girl, and the girl was my ex-girlfriend from 20 years ago or more. In reality, here. So I'm with her, and she's looking for her grave at Grandma's house. So we're going to all the grave sites in around Grandma's house, not in her yard, but outside the fence, sort of thing, out in the grasslands. And all the graves we come to were there before the apocalypse. What the apocalypse is, I don't know yet. Couldn't tell you. So it's like the people that are alive at Grandma's house, all my friends, were born after the apocalypse. The graves were there before the apocalypse. And we're looking at all the graves, and I know where some are because I grew up at Grandma's house. And this goes way, way back hundreds of years to the Daniel Boone past life. I figure, because it's all related back to back then. My Daniel Boone past life. So, we're looking. We come across two graves, and the people in there are mummified. They're mummies. They're dried up. We've come across two more graves of a couple. They're all couples now, like husband and wife. They're all buried there, and they weren't mummies. The dirt was in the. There was a couple bones, and that was it. Came to another couple graves. They were underneath the water, in the tall grass, under the water. In the graves, they were filled with water. We weren't opening them up, but you could see in them, and stuff like that. We went to other graves. They were buried there before the apocalypse. They had tombstones and they were all closed up, but they weren't the person we were looking for. So we checked all the property, and we went outside the property. And then I took my girlfriend, And she says, "What about over there? What about over here?" And I go, "Well, let's look." I remember there was a couple over here, really, really old ones over here. So we walked over to the area, and it was to the left of the property. If that means anything, I don't know. We walked over there, and I said, they used to be right here, but it's been so long, they've been covered over with dirt and sediment, stuff like that. They're totally gone. We have to dig for days to try to find them. And she's okay. And she said it didn't feel right anyway, that she was not buried there. So she's looking for her past life in this graveyard at Grandma's house. So we walked around, we came back, and I go, it's been a long time. You know, you might not even be at this place. I don't know. I just don't know. And then I woke up. I got Christ. Well, I was in his manger. I called Christ over. He came to look. And he went into the dream to see everything I saw and did. And we were just looking at graves at Grandma's house. People's graves. I realized then, as Christ is looking, that my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, in this life, in the dream, was actually the priestess, whom I've never met. So I'm thinking that's why I got my ex-girlfriend in the dream, because that's the way my psychology works. Anyway, Christ checks out that whole dream, trying to find answers to our problem. Priestess and I are hooked up to each other, and she's driving me nuts now, but no one knows why. She don't even know why. So I talked to my friend online about it today, about that dream. Just we went over a few things. She's helped me figure it out because I was lost and I had no fucking options other than insanity. After that, I laid down. I took my inner light and I got down with it. I said, "Look, man, you gotta fucking end this shit. I don't even know what the problem is. How am I supposed to know what the answer is for the priestess or for me? I need an answer. She needs an answer, and all this crap in my head will go away. Give me an answer. I need it." And I demanded it because none of it made any sense. But here we are. So I did that yesterday. I went to sleep last night after the hockey game, and we lost, by the way. Played Buffalo. We lost to Buffalo. That's worse than losing to Detroit. Anyway. Anyway, I go to sleep. Priestess is there. Chris pushed her away. And they were talking, Chris and the kids and everything were talking about the dream earlier, the one I just told you. Christ thinks she was looking for her youth. Looking for her youth. That's what he said. He figures. On a certain level. I'm like, I have no proof, dude. Dude, run with it. Take it to where it goes. I don't know what to say. Thank you. So basically, that's where I left it. But I talked to my inner light, and I shone it in my head. I shone it all the way through me to make sure there's no more priestess bugs in me. And I fell asleep. Now the apocalypse. The apocalypse. What is the apocalypse? Before the Civil War? She died before the Civil War? Or was the apocalypse World War II, World War I, World War II? I don't know. but it was after the apocalypse. Or, yeah, we were searching for her grave. Her grave happened during or before the apocalypse. She was buried. Then the apocalypse happened. Then I was born here. Then she's using me to find her grave. Like I'm supposed to fucking know where it is. On to the next dream. I go to bed tonight after the hockey game. Bam! I'm at grandma's house. I'm with a girl. The same my ex-girlfriend. I don't know who she is, but we're together. And I go, hey, let's go for a walk. She goes, where do you want to go? In the cornfield. Grandma's house is surrounded by hundreds of miles of cornfield. And Grandma's house, smack dab in the middle of the cornfield. So we walk into the cornfield and we keep walking. All of a sudden, nighttime, and we're still in the cornfield. We can't find our way home. We're lost in the cornfield. So we sleep, we get up, we keep on walking. And that's the way it does, and that's the way it goes for the whole dream. But things happen in the cornfield, and here they are. At one point, we came to oak tree in the middle of the cornfield. Now, this cornfield goes on from horizon to horizon to horizon to horizon, all the way around, and we're lost in this cornfield. We come to an oak tree. We go out, we look at the oak tree, and there's a clearing around the oak tree. And in the oak tree on the ground are baby horses. 3 or 4 baby horses. They just were born by the mother horse underneath this oak tree. And beside the baby horses, there were baby reindeer, with the spots. And they're just sitting there curled up, waiting for their mother. The mothers, and horses and deer, I assume, ran away when we came. We didn't touch them. We just look. We were just looking at them, going, "Oh, they're so cute," everything, stuff like that. So we left. We come to another set of trees. We come to. We were walking, and I don't know. This happened in the dream. We were walking the cornfield, and we decided to take a look above the cornfield to see, maybe we could see where we were, find a landmark so we know which way to start walking to get home. We get on top, and I hoist myself up somehow on something. She was picking me up or whatever. No, I was shimmying up a bunch of corn stalks. And we get to the top of the corn stalks, and I look, and it's trees, like a forest, like the Amazon. And I'm looking, and it looks like cauliflower all the way to the horizon, this forest. And I'm like, holy shit, we're not in Kansas anymore. I go, it's beautiful, but we're lost, man. She says, what do you see? And I go, it's the top of trees. So she climbed up the corn stalks, and she looked at the top, and we're both looking. And it's like the Amazon jungle all the way to the horizon, everywhere you look. And it looks like, she goes, wow. I go, looks like cauliflower, doesn't it? The top of the trees. She, yeah, that's fucking crazy. So anyway, we came down, and we're in the cornfield again, and we keep on walking. And there's a bunch of times I got scared and depressed and lost in that panic feeling that we are lost. And we're never going to get out of here. I'm never going to get out of here. So we're walking in this cornfield. We come to another tree. Oak tree in the middle of the cornfield. Nothing else. We come to the corn. We actually sleep at these oak trees, and this oak tree had owls inside it. And we were looking for baby horses and baby deer around, and there was something like raccoons or something around this oak tree, but nothing we were looking for. So we got up in the morning. We started walking again. Started walking again. Finally, after what seemed fucking weeks and years, we come to a house, and we can see it way through the leaves, sort of. And we come walking up on this house, and we heard arguing in the house. There's arguing going on. But when I'm looking at the house through the leaves of the corn, I come and there's like one of the leaves went real big, and it made like a veil between us and the house. One leaf, but it came real big. It turned into a veil between me and the house, and it was nighttime, and I could see the lights around the house. But it looked like when I tried to look at the house, you see the blanket on my wall here. It was fuzzy like that. It's like I was looking through a veil, and the veil was a leaf of corn. Just telling you. Anyway, I'm looking at the house, which looks like the backdrop on the screen that I'm talking on. And all of a sudden, the guy goes, "Get it out of here! Get it out of here!" He's yelling. And or he takes this monster he has in the house, and it was a creepy house. He takes the monster and he throws it outside. And I guess either he threw it outside or he pinned it. He threw it outside and pinned it up against the veil, and it was right on the veil, and I could see it coming through the veil, and it was all teeth like an alligator, but it was teeth and it was growling. It was going his jaw, and I'm like, holy fuck! And I didn't say anything because I didn't need that fucking. I thought if I even make a sound, that fucking alligator monster is gonna. It looked like an alligator, but not. Cross between a fucking dinosaur and an alligator. And this guy was throwing it out of the house, so this thing was stuck up against the veil. It was chomping at me. And I'm like, holy fuck. If I even make a sound, this thing's gonna kill me. But it was on the other side of the veil. And I'm like, holy shit. Be real quiet. And then we walked away. We snuck away. We didn't want to go to that house to get help because we're looking for help. We're looking to. We finally found a house, and it was fucking crazy people with a monster. Didn't work out. So we're like, fuck it. We'll die getting help from them. Fuck it. House of horrors. So we left. We keep on walking. Which seemed like fucking 100 fucking years. Or it seemed like a long time. And we're lost and we're fucking sad and we're walking. And I remember I'm getting thirsty. I'm starting to get thirsty. I'm starting to get hungry. And it got worse and worse and worse. We come to this other house. And we walk up to the edge of the cornfield to where the cornfield is. And we were sitting inside the corn a few feet looking at the house to see what's going on. Because this is the first time in years we came to a house. And we're at the house. And there's a guy. And he had short black hair and a black beard. And he had a hockey bag and a hockey stick. I go, hey, it's a hockey player, man. We're good. We're golden. We're golden. She says, just hang on. Let's watch. And he's getting ready to go play hockey. So that means he's got a car. That means he knows where he is and where he's going. And we're going to be saved. And I'm all excited. And all of a sudden, he closes the door and locks it. walks around the side of the house, gets in the car, and drives away. And we just left. But my whole intent was to go to this hockey player to get out of this fucking cornfield. This girl I'm in. So we're lost again in this fucking cornfield, and we're walking. And days and days and days and months and months and months go by. We're walking in this cornfield trying to find an oak tree or something else. And it came down to where I was getting thirsty, really thirsty, like some weird internal thirsty and hungry. And at the end of the day, I walk in. It was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm really hot, and I'm in this cornfield. And I say to myself, I drop to my knees, and I say, she's like, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna die in this fucking cornfield. I ain't gonna fucking make it. She goes, "You can make it. Let's go. Come on." I'm like, "All right, fuck. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I can't stay in here much longer, man. I can't stay in here much longer." That's what I told the girl in the dream. Finally, I get up and we start walking. About 2 hours, 3 hours go by. It started to get dark outside. Evening is coming. And we're walking. All of a sudden, I see a break in the leaves, and I can see some blue sky. So I'm thinking we came to another oak tree, or we came to another house or something. Well, we ain't seen a fucking house since the hockey player, and that was months ago. So we come walking up, and we walk out, and there's a house on a little bit of a hill. And it looked familiar, but I'm like, I walked. I didn't stop at the end of the corner. I walked right out and I'm walking to the house. I break through the fence. I walk through the open gate, walk into the yard of the house. All of a sudden, I realize it's Grandma's house, and it's totally different than when I left it. She went, "Oh my God," and disappeared. And I dropped to my knees and I started fucking crying. And I realized I'm crying on my knees. She disappeared. I wanted to tell her. Then I woke up and I realized the dream. And it was what, 10, 12 years ago. I broke the skins in my head when that spirit went into me. I broke all the skins and I could see the spirit world. Well, when that happened, I went to the priestess. The priestess came to me. She didn't even know what happened. I think she did because she moved to St. Lucian, a couple streets away from us, where I was located. St. Lucian's in the spirit world. But I realized my soul, the Daniel Boone part of my soul, some sort of my soul, went right to her when that happened. Boom. And I got lost in the spirit world. My innocence, hooked up to the priestess. The priestess, I think, knew it, but didn't know why. Something. And she was quiet for years. It wasn't until the last 2 years that she started talking to me. Or no, it was more than that. It was 6 years, I think. For 6 years, whenever I got into scary trouble in the spirit world with bad spider crises, bad situations that almost killed me, she would whisper what to do in my head. Richard, you need to do this. You need to do this. She was mental telepathy. Now the spider Christ would be doing what he's doing to me, and she whispered in my head, "You need to do this." She was looking out for me. I didn't even know who it was, but that voice saved my fucking life and made me go and do things when when it was at my worst in the spirit world. It wasn't a 2 year, about a year and a half ago, that me living in St. Lucia, I got slowly introduced to the priestess. I didn't even know it was a girl who was saving my life. To me, it was another little spirit guide that was helping me. Who, what, I don't know who it was. I got slowly introduced to the priestess, and after hanging out and talking with her, me, Tina, and the kids, the priestess started to sound sort of like the voice that whispered good things, how to save me. And then I came to the priestess and I go, "You're the one who's been telling me for the past 10 years how to save myself." She goes, "Yep, that's me." And I go, "You're the one who saved me from the spider crisis. Not all of them. You're the one who saved me from certain near death, fucking death." She goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Holy shit." Turns out that was the priestess. Then Christ gives me the Daniel Boone past life, tells me the priestess was involved with the Daniel Boone past life, which led to Priestess occupying Daniel Boone from back in the past. So the priestess went into a sex, drug, and rock and roll, leeching energy off of me. Sex, food, cigarettes, wine, beer, all your vices. Well, she's connected to me from that in the now, and she's moving in at another level. She was always outside before, never inside. As soon as she opened that fucking porthole to my subconscious, she moving in, and I couldn't get rid of her for a fucking year. That's basically the main events that happened since I lost my skins, and it all goes back to the Daniel Boone past life. She got obsessed with her problem. Last life she had, I think, was the Daniel Boone time past life when we were together. Well, I'm living my life. I lost my skins. I ended up in the spirit world. My soul, on a certain level, ended up going directly to her to get guidance, but a nonverbal one, because I was getting all my guidance and taken care of by Tina. She was the last one in my Russian past life. Holy fuck, it gets crazy. So I didn't know nothing about the priestess, but other than the voice that came when worst came to worst. It's like one time I was in a fucking room, a room within a room, and the spider Christ was basically dissecting me, turning me into a fucking monster under his fucking. I'd be controlled by him. He was in love with me and decided to fucking. He thought I loved torture, or he got off on torture, hurt, pain. So he gave me pain. He was giving me pain where I would go to him for help, that sort of thing. I didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, the voice came. Go to wisdom. Go to wisdom. Go to wisdom. Wisdom is up on level 8, 7 or 8. So I willed myself to wisdom, and I got a Christ there who came down and realized what was happening to me, and it broke down and ended. It's in my fucking videos here somewhere. Or maybe that was my last channel. I don't remember. Anyway. That's what she did. That's what she did to help me in these bad situations. Which represented in the dream last night as the monster against the veil. But I had like 17 monsters on the other side of the veil. The veil, except the veil is me. The veil is to the house. I'm in the forest. I'm lost in the fucking cornfield, looking out at the other realm, spirit realm. But I'm there, actually there, fighting the spider craze and all that. So there's a veil within a veil. Just to let you know. It gets deep, guys. So, Christ documented the whole fucking thing. When I came out to Grandma's house, woke up, I called Christ. He fucking freaked. He's freaking out. The kids are freaking out. Tina's freaking out. The priest was going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's all she said. The priestess in my head. So I think it's done, at least on my part, my side of the storyline. Now, what the fuck a priestess is, if she got an issue inside herself with the fucking Daniel Boone guy, hence the fucking dream yesterday, I'm assuming, so she got to solve her problem. But for me, Christ goes, let her go now, all of it, let it go. And I go, way ahead of you, bro. I did that when I woke up. As soon as I woke up and realized what this dream was, first thing I did was release the priestess. Release the Kraken. Fuck. Now I just hopefully she don't come back in my brain, man. Fuck. I hope that's over. I guess I'm gonna find out because I'm going back to bed. It's 3 o'clock, quarter to 3 now. So they're still screaming. I can hear them. I don't know what they're saying though. Anyway, I decided to make this video before I forget everything. So when I lost my skins, a spirit went in my inner light, exploded my head, which is fucking never happens. I did that 3 times. I broke my skins, and my mind was exposed to the spirit world. One day, everything is normal life. Next morning, your life changes, man. And I knew how I got here. I knew how I fucked up or what happened. And I knew I could get out, but it took me fucking a long ass time. A long time. But I ain't even out. I'm not out. That's just a priestess taking care of me the whole time. But not letting anybody know she was taking care of me. Not even me. But she did save me a bunch of times against the spider craze, who were gonna fucking kill me. Tina didn't even know. So there you go. Because I asked Tina, I go, are you the one? I asked Tina, I go, Tina, are you, Tina's in Spirit World too, my ex-wife, for real, in Russia when we got killed. Check my past video. I go, are you the one who's been whispering in my head? She goes, no. She goes, who's whispering in your head? I go, whenever I'm at my fucking death, she whispers something to save me, an answer to my fucking problem. I ran out of options with the spider craze. She gave me a way out, like going to wisdom and asking for help, because the people in wisdom knew the problems. The people living in wisdom, up on number 8, knew the answers to the problems I was having. I didn't even fucking know that. She did. The guy in wisdom came down and saved me. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be fucking here talking. So there you go. So all that time, since I lost my skins in my head, I've been exposed in the spirit world, that was when I got lost in the cornfield with the priestess. In the innocence of my heart, I was connected to the priestess. She fucking slowly moved in over the last year when it was revealed to me by Christ. Christ revealed to me the Daniel Boone past life. Well, a year or two. I forgot the date he did it. He revealed it to me because I didn't even know I was Daniel Boone until he told me. Then all the dreams I had throughout my life added up. Such a clusterfuck. So I just gave it to my inner light and said, end it, man. I'm dying. End it. And in the cornfield dream, I was running, I was thirsty. I was running, I was starving to death. I was starving and I'm thirsty. And I walked out into Grandma's house. So, in other words, the inner light got me out. The 19 seeds I got recently back, remember now, walked me out of that cornfield. Walked me out of the cornfield, releasing the priestess from the fucking stranglehold she's got on me. That's my side of the story. So I think I just ended my side of the story. What she's got to do is do the same thing I just did. I don't know yet. I'm just making this video, updating you. So that's it, guys. I'll let you know how it goes. Damn, I hope there's no more from my side. At least one side, I can be free of it. At least I can let her go. She can deal with her shit. I don't know her shit. I don't know her problems. I don't know her Daniel Boone's. I don't know nothing. I don't even know what she looks like. But at least I'm half away separated. She's got to separate herself from her problem with the Daniel Boone, which has nothing to do with me. That's a fucking problem between her, Daniel Boone, and fucking, which is fucking me. Unfortunately, that's why she's in my fucking head. But that problem didn't start until she fucking started moving in, seeking Daniel Boone. She thinks I'm fucking Daniel Boone. Well, maybe I am at a certain level. Her level, she's seeking inside me. But I'm just going nuts. I'm just fucking crazy here. All right. Talk to you later. Stop recording.